Hey, Cody.
Hey, what's up, Ben?
Hey, I'm sure you probably watched SC's game last night. The Mobley brothers obviously present a huge handful to go up against. How do you counteract that as a team?
Um, we haven't done too much talking on it. We know they played last night. Some of the guys watched it. I recorded it, but we know they have two bigs, so we're just gonna try to play our game, spread the floor, get everybody involved, keep the ball moving, and it's gonna be a big team game.
You like thinking that you should play your game more so than kind of worrying about what the other team's doing?
Oh yeah, definitely. We gotta worry about ourselves first, and stick to our principles defensively and offensively. And then on game day, just have the reminders of their tendencies that they do often during the season and that our coaches found in the film, go with that. But we gotta stick to our principles first as far as defense and offense.
Beth Harris.
Hey, Cody. Obviously, there's a lot at stake here with this weekend's game, but how much does the sting of what happened to losing to them last year still motivate you guys?
It plays a role, of course, but at the end of the day, we just want to be the best team that we could be at the end of the day. So regardless of who we're playing, we're gonna give our best shot. We know we're gonna get everybody's best shot in the Pac-12 with where we're standing right now. So we just gotta be prepared and ready to play. We can't underestimate them at all, especially at their place. So although that game last season plays a huge role, we have bigger things that we're focused on this season, trying to be the best team that we can be.
Thanks.
Mike, go ahead.
Hey, Cody. Obviously, this is a very weird year, and it seems like it's taken a little bit of luster from the crosstown rivalry. But do you still feel like there's a little bit of that? Especially obviously you want to play game to game. You want to move on from last year, but going against USC and how they are second in the Pac-12, does that add a little bit more to this coming Saturday's game?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's huge. It's huge for the Pac-12. It's huge for the Los Angeles area. I feel like everybody in the city is going to be tapped in, knowing that both of us are doing really well in the Pac-12. So it does bring a lot of attention. It is a rivalry game, so it's going to be a lot of fun though, and we're looking forward to it.
All right, everybody, we'll open it up to questions for Jake Kyman, and let's get started with Ben.
Like you had the unfortunate moment in the last rivalry game where you had the slip there. How much did that stick with you in the off season when you're out there on those courts, outdoors by yourself? Were you ever thinking about that? Did that motivate you? How did you kind of live with that going forward?
Definitely stuck with me. It's one of those things where I didn't even get the shot off, so I don't even know if I made it or missed it. I slipped and fell, so that made it even worse for me, that I didn't even get the chance to shoot it. So definitely that's always stayed with me during this offseason. So I've been working hard, grinding. That's still been in the back of my mind, that loss that we had. And so I've just been keep working, and I'm excited to get back at it and play him again.
Did you ever kind of relive it in your head when you're out there shooting, kind of like if this was the shot, this is what it would have been?
Yeah, definitely. I knew if I trusting my abilities, I knew I would have made it if I didn't slip and fall. I believe we would have won that game if that was a key part of it at the end that happened. And then obviously came down, hit the buzzer beater. But so that stuck with me for a while. It's hard to think about, but I kind of got to put it aside, move forward now, and focus on what's in the present.
Got it. Thank you.
Rick Kimbrell.
Yeah, as a shooter, do you find some arenas, rims a little easier for a shooter and others tighter?
It's definitely something you notice when you're a shooter. You can tell which rims are tight, which are loose. Some gyms have a deeper depth perception than others. But, that doesn't change anything when I'm coming to shoot. But you can definitely notice something when it's there, but it doesn't change anything.
How's Galen Center as a place to shoot?
It's a good place to shoot. Yeah, I felt comfortable shooting there.
because last year you guys had a kind of an off shooting night, and when you lose by one basket, that's always that's why.
Yeah, it's definitely tough. But no, yeah, I felt great in there. Nice feel to the gym and stuff.
Mike, go ahead.
Hey, Jake. Shooting has kind of been in a slump the last few games collectively. And then going against, the Mobley brothers, if things can't, if things aren't falling with Cody, similarly to how they did against Stanford, what are you guys going to have to do in the shooting game? Have you been emphasizing that? Have you been working on anything?
Yeah, that's definitely been a goal of ours. I mean, obviously everyone wants to shoot the best they can, the highest percentage. But when things aren't going well, a coach always talks about offensive rebounding, whether we're shooting well or whether we're shooting bad anyway. So no matter what, we got to focus on offensive rebounding, especially since they got huge. The Mobley brothers are huge. So we just got to focus on that, and rebounding is a big part of this game.
Beth Harris, go ahead.
Hey, Jake. In a normal year, you'd be going to class and hearing things about the rivalry game. Now, with the team nearly in a bubble, what are you guys drawing on for extra motivation against SC?
To be honest, I mean, you really don't need extra motivation. It's SC. So you got to, what that game has in store for you, whether there's fans there or not. You know what it takes. We're going to be motivated regardless. So it's just something that happens. It's that game that everyone wants to play no matter what. So the motivation is definitely there.
Thanks.
Go back to Ben.
They're one of the best teams in the country, field goal percent defense. What do they do that makes it so tough for other teams to put the ball in the basket?
I mean, they got two huge guys in the paint, so that's really hard. I mean, definitely going to block a lot of shots down there. And then I'm pretty sure they defend the three-point line well too. So, it's going to be a tough game, but we're going to have to, fight and scrap our way to win this one.
Any final questions for Jake? Okay, we'll wrap it up there. Thanks, Jake.